Welcome to the podcast. It's Mr. Ish. We're here at Kids Bay, Boys and Girls Club, Kildare Clubhouse, Summer Camp. This is the second week already. Yeah, second week. Pretty soon we'll be on trips, and I'll probably do less and less podcasting. Let's just introduce ourselves from my left to my right. Give me your name and your age, and let's get this started. We waited long enough. I think we wasted enough time. Give me your name and your age.
My name is Caden, and I'm 12 years old.
Welcome to the podcast.
My name is Albert Jorge, and I'm 12.
Albert Jorge. Albert Jorge's voice just got deeper all of a sudden. Go ahead.
My name is Liam, and I'm 12 years old.
Welcome, Liam. What are we talking about today, guys?
Today we're talking about things that remind you of childhood.
No, Pampers. How far down are we going to childhood? All the way to Pampers stage, or
Not like when you're like
All right, so you're 12 years old. What reminds you of your childhood?
6, 7. I think something that reminds me of my childhood. I remember waking up. On those summers, I'm waking up. My mom. I just instantly have that smell of bacon.
Oh,
Oh, I love that.
a little smell of bacon when you wake up. Okay,
Yeah.
I could understand that.
You walk out. Your mom's making food. Beautiful.
So anytime that you smell bacon, it just reminds you of your childhood.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. What reminds you of your childhood?
I feel like anytime I see like a baby, because when I see a baby, I think of like my little cousins and how I'll be taking care of them.
So when you see a baby, it reminds you of you being a baby.
Yeah.
You remember you sucking your thumb and all that stuff? No? Okay. Liam, what reminds you of your childhood?
Well, there's a lot of things. So, number one, whenever I see like a little baby, I remember like me and my brother. Cause like, I remember when my brother first came out, I hated him from the first minute.
Christ.
Because all right, hear me out. I loved being the only child, right? I loved having all the attention from my mom and from my dad. But now they were shifting their attention to Wyatt. So I'm like, I hate you. I'm not giving you nothing.
You sound like my sisters.
Hate in the house. So that's so whenever you see a baby, it reminds you that you hated your brother.
Yeah.
That's what you're telling me. What reminds me of my childhood? I guess when I see my friends, because we've been friends for many years, a lot of the times we end up talking about our childhood because, we know each other for such a long time. So I guess when I see my friends, it reminds me of my childhood.
Yeah.
What else reminds you of your childhood? Is there any type of food that reminds you of your childhood?
I was gonna just.
Oh yeah. It was like this. Yeah, my mom always used to, when I was younger, it was so good. My mom always had she took some type of meat like salami, and she always put some type of seasonings and maybe some.
I don't even think you have to season salami. Salami's already done.
Yeah.
No,
why you
but
seasoning it?
she made a sauce with the salami, and then she cooked the rice in it. So it tasted so good.
Nah.
What she did was she took the fat from the salami, the grease, and she put it in her rice, and she basically had the flavor of salami rice.
Dad.
That's the way it went.
No,
down.
but
That's smart.
she used to put a bunch of other stuff in there.
All right. What else reminds you? What food reminds you of your childhood?
There's a whole bunch of.
Okay.
There's
Go
a
ahead.
whole bunch of food, but the main two is tostones con salami and queso,
Okay.
and this little salt, macachu.
What?
Macachu. It's
I don't know what that is.
so it's like a little sauce. You put so you take
It's like
mayonnaise.
chimichurri sauce, like the
No.
one that they do for the steaks.
No, it's like 2 cups of you put mayonnaise and ketchup together. You mix them together. So you
That's French dressing. That's what I call it.
you put 2 spoons full of mayonnaise, 1 spoon full of ketchup, salt, pepper, and boom. And then I would take the tostones, cut them up, and I would dip them in the sauce and then eat it. Another food would be arroz con leches.
Arroz con leche is definitely a good one. That reminds me that I like the smell of the rice and the milk together. It reminds me of when I was young. My grandmother used to make me coffee when I was young, and coffee reminds me of her. But I don't drink coffee,
Yeah.
but it still reminds me of her.
Yeah, me too.
What's
Whenever I drink coffee, I think back.
I love coffee, especially the caramel coffee from McDonald's, iced.
Well,
Beautiful.
That's really
yeah,
caffeinated.
you fancy now.
That's really caffeinated for you.
Yeah,
But it's so good.
it's just the sugar that you like,
Yeah.
the caramel and the sugar.
I feel like that's what kids do
Yep.
nowadays. They just like parents started letting them drink more coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, my little one, my little daughter, she thought she was drinking coffee, but all she was drinking was the French vanilla milk, and they used to warm it up for her, and they used to tell her it was coffee, and she was like, "I'm drinking coffee,"
Oh
and
yeah.
it was French vanilla milk. So she likes French vanilla milk. What else reminds us of our childhood? Is there like,
Whenever I play in the park.
games or people?
Oh yeah, I remember it was like this show on like live television. I was watching it. I loved it so much. I don't know why. It was basically like these three kids, and they had to like go through like a dragon dungeon. They were they were
Dungeons and
trying to
Dragons?
escape. Yeah, it was basically like kids trying to escape like a dungeon. They were trapped by by a dragon.
Never heard of this show.
Well,
I think he's talking about Dungeons and Dragons. Or like,
The TV show?
yeah. Is it a TV show or is it a movie?
I mean, there's a movie
it
now,
was
but
it was
Yeah.
a show. It was a show on live television. I always loved it when it started playing.
Yeah, Dungeons and Dragons. No,
so what show reminds you of your childhood?
cartoons, man.
Cartoons?
Cartoons.
The
Like,
Smurfs?
yeah, the Smurfs, SpongeBob SquarePants. I remember that classic.
What else?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the 2014 one.
He-Man reminds me of my
Yeah,
childhood.
yo, He-Man, my God.
He-Man and the Thundercats.
Thundercats. I remember watching those.
No, the Justice League. That's what I was.
And
Justice
DC
League?
and DC.
Oh.
Justice League, anything DC, like Young Justice, DC, like and all the DCs and Marvels, reminds me of my childhood. Cause I remember, me and my sisters and my mom, whenever a new Marvel movie came out, we always be sitting down together, in the couch, straight and we just watch Marvel movies.
I remember I had like this toy figure of well, it wasn't a toy. It was like a stuffed animal of Mickey Mouse, and I had it since I was like 2. It gives me so much nostalgia when I pick it up, bro.
You still have it?
Yeah, I still have it to this day. It's like in my cabinet. I just keep it.
You're gonna go home and go look for it, and just
Yeah.
sit on your bed and be like, "Oh, look how cute."
I'm like that.
I used to have a lot of old stuff. I don't. As you get older, it's hard to save all that.
Yeah.
I used to keep all my toys.
Yeah, I have a whole in my garage. There's like a big chest full of toys, and I'm trying to I'm just at this point I'm just giving them away to my family members, the young
that's
ones.
Yeah, and my mom's closet, it has all the toys I used to have back then. It's just like this big industrial bucket full of toys.
Yeah, there's
Like
like in
get
my
rid of them every once in a while.
yeah in my other house. That's what it used to be like, but like now I just leave those little toy cars where it wasn't like an actual car. It's like a little go-kart thing, but it doesn't it only has 3 wheels, and you have to it's not motorized. You have to wiggle it and wiggle yourself
Oh,
to
you're
go
talking
forward.
about? I know you're talking about. You're talking about the green machine. The green machine. Who's going home?
Me.
All right, so let's end the podcast right there.
All right.
All right, guys.
Well-
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Let's say our goodbyes.
Bye.
Check, 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 check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Check, 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 check.